The city is silent at first. Then the glow rises. Then the sound comes. Crackling wood. Falling stone. Distant screams. Tonight, Rome will change forever. And at the center of the story stands one name. Nero. Was he the monster history remembers, or something far more complex? Stay with this story, because nothing about Nero is as simple as legend says. Nero was not born to rule Rome. He was born into ambition. His mother, Agrippina, was powerful, intelligent, and dangerous. She knew Rome like a battlefield. She knew how to move people like pieces on a board. From the beginning, Nero's life was shaped by power, fear, and expectation. He was taught that greatness was not a choice. It was a demand. As a young boy, Nero learned to perform. Music, poetry, public image. He did not grow through army ranks like earlier rulers. He grew through applause. He learned that love from crowds could be louder than loyalty from senators. This shaped him more than any sword or shield. Nero loved stages. Rome itself would become his stage. When Emperor Claudius died, Nero rose to power. Many believed Agrippina had cleared the path for him. Some even whispered that she helped Claudius die. Rome did not run on truth. It ran on whispers, fear, and politics. Nero became emperor at only 17. Too young, too untested, but now seated on the golden throne of the world. At first, Nero was not the tyrant history paints. His early rule was calm and popular. Taxes were eased. Games and shows entertained the public. He walked among crowds. He appeared kind. He wanted to be loved. But behind this soft image, tension grew. Senators felt weak. Generals felt ignored. And his mother still pulled strings. Nero could feel her hands on his crown. Nero wanted freedom from control, especially from Agrippina. Their relationship turned from alliance into Cold War. Slow, emotional, dangerous. Finally, Nero made a choice that broke something inside him. Agrippina was killed. Whether plotted or allowed, it happened under his reign. A line was crossed. Rome had an emperor who had destroyed his own mother. After this, Nero was never the same. He turned deeper into performance. Music, theater. He sang on stage. He demanded audiences to watch and praise him. Some loved it. Many feared to criticize him. Rome was the center of empire, but Nero's mind was moving toward fame, art, and his own image. His rule became heavier. Punishments became harsher. Suspicion became normal. Then came the night that would define Nero forever. Fire. It began in the merchant areas near the Circus Maximus. Wooden shops, stored goods, dry heat. Once the first spark spread, the flames moved like a living creature. Wind fed it. Narrow streets trapped it. Homes burned. Temples cracked. People ran through smoke, searching for family, for water, for hope. The city that ruled the world was now wrapped in flames. The fire raged for days. Roofs collapsed. Statues melted. Landmarks disappeared into smoke and ash. The sky turned red and black. To eyewitnesses, it felt like the end of the world. Wealthy districts and poor neighborhoods alike were swallowed. Rome did not burn in parts. Rome burned as a living whole. And where was Nero? This question created a legend that would last for centuries. Some accounts say he was away in his villa when the fire started. Others say he watched the flames and sang about the fall of Troy. Stories painted him as an artist enjoying destruction. But history is not so simple. Records also say Nero opened public buildings for survivors, arranged food supplies, and relief centers. Both images exist. Nero the monster and Nero the rescuer. So did Nero burn Rome? Many ancient writers hated him. They were senators, nobles, and elites threatened by his rule. Their words shaped his legacy. They wrote of cruelty, madness, and vanity. They said he set the city on fire to clear space for his dream palace. The Golden House, a lavish world of marble halls, gardens, pools, and rooms glittering like the sun. After the fire, he did build it. This made suspicion stronger. But fires were common in ancient cities. Wooden structures, oil lamps, tight alleys. A single spark could spread fast. The truth may be less dramatic than myth, but myth survives better than truth. What the world remembers is not probability. It remembers storytelling. And Nero's story became dark. After the fire, Nero blamed Christians. A small, new group in Rome. He needed a target. He needed someone the public could hate instead of him. They were arrested, tortured, and killed in brutal ways. This act fixed Nero's image in history, not just as a ruler but as a persecutor. Blood now flowed alongside ash. Nero himself fell deeper into fear and isolation. Revolts rose in distant provinces. Generals challenged him. Trust collapsed. Friends turned against him. Death surrounded him again, not only through punishment, but through abandonment. The applause he loved began to fade. The empire grew tired of his games. Rebellion finally reached Rome. Nero was declared a public enemy. The emperor of the world now had nowhere to run. Those who once bowed now stepped away. Alone and terrified, Nero chose death rather than capture. His final reported words were tragic and full of self-pity. "What an artist dies in me." It was the end of a life ruled by image, power, fear, and fire. But Nero did not truly leave history. He became a symbol. Some saw him as evil. Some as misunderstood. Some as a warning of what happens when art, ego, and absolute power mix. His golden house was buried. New buildings were raised. Rome continued, but the question never faded. Did Nero really burn Rome? Maybe he did. Maybe he did not. Maybe the truth sits between myth and politics, between hatred and memory. What is certain is this: the fire changed Rome forever. It reshaped the city. It reshaped power. And it reshaped the story of Nero into legend. Nero's life is not just about one night of flames. It is about ambition, family, fear, and the cost of ruling the greatest city on earth. It is about the desire to be loved, the hunger for control, and the danger of unchecked power. It is about how history remembers, and how it sometimes chooses a villain. The untold story of Nero is not only about what he did. It is also about what people believed he did. About how stories grow larger than facts. About how one man's name can burn across centuries. Rome rose from ashes. Nero did not. Yet his shadow still stands beside the fire that changed Rome forever. If the story moved you, stay with us. Subscribe now, like this video, and press the bell so you never miss the next untold chapter of history.